They say that people in glasses inspire more trust in their knowledge. So let's check that right now. Today we will look at how to create this amazing animation in After Effects. And as always, we won't wait long. So let's jump into After Effects. So to start, as always, let's open a new composition. Let's set it to 1920 by 1080. 1920 by 1080. After careful thought, we have decided to name our project Main Animation. This title was selected, and we need to create our shapes first. These will be a few shapes, a few parallel pipes probably, a few cubes, and let's get started on creating them actually. To do this, let's create a shape. 4000 is probably too much. Let's make it with a margin. 4000 by 2000. No, that's going to be too much. 4000 by 1000. Let's add a fill to it. Stroke is a medical condition that occurs when the blood supply to part of your brain is interrupted or reduced, preventing brain tissue from getting oxygen and nutrients. And let us make it some kind of vibrant and noticeable color. Let us make it a beautiful shade of purple, which is a color often associated with creativity and wisdom. A light green. The fill is purple, and the actual color is light green. Outlines, in my opinion. Of course, let's save our project. We'll name it 0.1. This will be our first face. We turned on 3D, classic 3D, and we're making a custom view. Let's do custom view 3. We'll duplicate it and change the value to 1000. Next, let's duplicate it. Let's change the value to 500 so that our shape is centered. The rotation on the x-axis will be 90 degrees, which means the object will be turned a quarter of a full circle along the horizontal plane. Let's raise the top in positioning to ensure it aligns perfectly with our design specifications. So that was 1000 units it seems, which is the measurement we need to adjust to achieve the desired outcome. So we raise it by 500. Oh, we lowered it. Let's press minus 500 and the same. Then it will be plus 1000, plus approximately 1000 or so, perhaps even more. Let's increase height a bit. So we have these faces. This is this one. Let's explore various methods and techniques to enhance and improve the appearance of this face, ensuring it looks more vibrant, youthful, and appealing. And this one as well to consider. Then the position will change slightly, a little. We also need to add for these two faces. Now I'll tell you exactly how much. Another 500. Here plus 500. Here minus 500. Yes. Let's increase the composition for now, so everything is clearly visible. Yes. Next, what do we need? To begin, you need to create a null object, which is essentially an empty placeholder used in 3D modeling. This null object serves as a reference point in your 3D space. Once you have your null object, you should verify its position to ensure it is precisely located at the center of your 3D environment. This step is crucial for maintaining symmetry and balance in your design. Now, let's focus on the top view. If the null object is not centered, adjustments will be necessary to align it correctly. 500, the value is 500. This will be our... That's what I mean. The control point doesn't recognize our parallel pipe, so we can't easily rotate it and do this and that. For this I always refer to the site as 1, and we can anchor all our faces to our 0 And now, if we take food casting, we can enable the tension and rotate it completely. So the next step will be to write our text. And now if we take food casting, we can enable the tension and rotate it completely. So the next step will be to write our text. So I'll go ahead and write it. So the next step for us will be to write our text in much more comprehensive detail. So I'll write it artificial the text will definitely be in color. Just like our wrapper, similarly. We select and insert, right? From the center, roll this coupon to the center. Liney. So we can see this good text. And let's increase its size. I don't know. Probably we'll have to increase it to the maximum as much as we can. Yes. Let's add this text to the composition of the contracts. So let's center the composition and crop. It automatically with edges 20 pixels. Bruce, here's the image of the super enlarged coupon with a bit larger composition manually. Also, our text was larger than the composition, so it only cropped what was unnecessary. And if the text is bigger than the composition, unfortunately it doesn't promise to increase the composition in those areas where it's needed. It can only reduce it. So we increased it manually. And here we have our text. We're making it 3D. And rotate it at a 90-degree angle, right? Sad. Approximately -320 it will be. So next we control the guides with the key and set the guide approximately, well, right at the end of our rectangle, our edge. Next we take our text. Well, right at the end of our rectangle, our edge. Next we take our text. And it draws the mask. We take this here and the NLT and it draws the mask to our guide. What do we do next? Next we duplicate this text. We turn on top mode. Proteus tiris. And there, the value is -90. We set the guides in the direction of 2 more precisely. Our text is positioned like this. So we can't turn on the pin key, we don't fill it in. Everything is in us. Our text is right along the edge. And now we're drawing another mask. Everyone, can we just slide this? We select the first 2 points, move them up, and push the bottom 2 points to the other guideline. And if we enable custom view now, it will look like this. We just need to move the text down a bit. I'm just pushing it all the way down to make sure it's precise. You can open it manually. Not right value. How does it change? Z. 8. Here's how our text is coming out. Like this. And let's create another area, another cube, so it can further complement our overall picture. So let's just pre-compose our parallel piped cube and enable 3D, another area, another cube, so it can further complement our overall picture. So let's just pre-compose our parallel piped cube and enable 3D. Let's enable collapse transformation, and everything has become the same. And we'll carefully parent our cube to the null object, ensuring it is the same one that's designated for position S. After doing this, if we check thoroughly, we will find that everything is indeed okay and functioning as expected. This ensures that our setup is correct and that all elements are properly aligned and synchronized. So we can duplicate this cube. For example, like this. The width is 1000, it seems. Minus 500. Oh. Then 0. You know, and we need approximately 500 units in total, and we'll raise it to the required height. How much do we have there? It seems like 2000. Minus 2000. And here's what we end up with. So, next we set the active camera. And now let's zoom in. On the composition, to see the top, and we need to take this text composition, drill down, again, remove this part and set it to 0. It seems like, or maybe not this one. Here at 0 it seems, yes. To set the guides properly, start by identifying the correct type for your task. Align them carefully and ensure they are securely fastened in the right position for optimal performance. Now, it's time. These edges and other similar features. Move the text like this, so that it matches this guide. Let's turn off the bottom one for now. And the mask. Move the mask all the way up. And here like this. And if we turn on custom view 3, now it will look like this. We just need to move the text along its correct edge. Yeah, I got a bit stuck. Let's go to the front. Top. It should be like this. 50. Here will be 1000. 1000. Top. Front. Alright, let's turn off Z-Cube for now. Z-text. Oh, now everything adds up. Kind of. We can check this by doing it in a more detailed and comprehensive manner. Let's add to our text in the composition. Let's see. Repeat. Right. Yes. Left. Oh. I really do think I might have perhaps added just a bit too much, I suppose. And let's animate it. Let's do it this way instead. So there's some kind of break. Let's add this text to the composition as well. And now we'll animate this composition. Let's incorporate the entire Reptile series into our project. We should start completely from scratch, ensuring that we carefully consider the positioning of each element within the series. This approach will help us achieve the desired outcome effectively, in a better direction. Let's go with this one. And what's happening with us? And let's not forget. So what we need to do we end up with this little trick here. Yeah, and we definitely need to. Here we have this little thing, like a camera. And let's set the direction to align more precisely, so that at the end of the composition, we have alignment in the positioning. Just like that. We're taking a photo. Let's go to the end. And we can see where our text is, down to the pixels. In this segment, we are introducing our innovative artificial intelligence system, which is designed to enhance efficiency and provide advanced solutions for complex problems. Oh, not that side. And this is how we look at it. The minimum difference, you won't be able to see it. And if we have an animation, it will need to be endless. So, in the end, that's the way it all unfolds and comes together, revealing the outcome we have been anticipating and waiting for with great interest and curiosity. And we have a cropped composition here, so and we will also do it, and we will enlarge the text composition actually, approximately 1015, exactly. Oh, not that way. 4. Oh, that's bad. 6000, let it be. And what has changed for us? Oh, everything has changed for the better. But let's probably reduce it a bit, so that it fits with the size of all this. I'm moving it. There it matches, but there it doesn't match. What kind of joke is this? and perhaps it might not be immediately visible from this perspective, but there are subtle factors influencing the situation that aren't easily seen, just like that. So, given the current situation and all the factors we have considered, what exactly should be our next course of action? Let's duplicate this cube. Let's do it. Please kindly put it right over here, in this spot. Let's make the front. We are going to set its rotation to 90 degrees right here, and then we will see what the result will be. It appears to be quite satisfactory. Therefore, we should proceed to move this entire setup slightly. This adjustment should help us achieve the desired outcome, ensuring everything aligns perfectly and functions as intended. Let's carefully make these changes and observe the improvements. And let's probably continue with another cube. Yes. Something like that. And let's take this text. I don't know. How about we write another one? Let's replace this text, intelligence. See you. To elaborate on the idea, by considering various aspects and exploring different possibilities. See you, 3D. Oh, something. So this cube, we need to zero it out. Then everything works. Up and rotation. Certainly, it is crucial for us to proceed with this action. The necessity arises from the numerous benefits we can gain, such as aligning with our goals and objectives, which are vital for our success. This step is also part of our strategic plans, helping us achieve the desired outcomes. Therefore, it is important that we take this action promptly. To achieve the desired outcome, you will need to follow these steps carefully. First, observe how the process unfolds, as this is crucial to understanding the final result. Next, incorporate a solid element that matches the existing color scheme. This step is essential to ensure consistency and harmony in the overall design. Now, proceed by executing the task in the manner demonstrated, paying close attention to each detail to replicate the process accurately. Finally, maintain confidence in your actions, as this will help you achieve the intended effect. Remember, practice makes perfect, so don't hesitate to try again if necessary. Just like that, you'll master the technique. And we can add a bit more to the cube. Maybe some vodka. More. Alright, let's go ahead and choose the number 10 for our task. It seems that our cube here is slightly misaligned or not perfectly positioned. There should be nice numbers like 1090. Oh. We'll have a deceptive 3D effect here, which will create an illusion of depth and dimension. And let's come up with some creative and engaging animation for this text to make it more dynamic. Oh, basically our composition here matches the composition a bit, which is quite interesting. Let's reduce it slightly to achieve a more balanced and harmonious look. Basically our composition here matches the composition a bit. Let's reduce it. Just a little bit more. Take your time and add a little more to it. Gradually, with patience, increase the amount until it feels just right. Don't rush, but instead, carefully and steadily, add a bit more until you reach the desired level. And you can do the same animation, but already within composition. In this instance, I am applying the product carefully and methodically. This ensures each step is followed precisely. This approach allows for a thorough application. And our composition basically just be like listening to the mask. And it will kind of move in a cube like this. And let's reduce the size of the composition. Probably too much. Let's do the third one too. Oh, you know, this text, as it turns out, ended up being a little bit off, just slightly. Oh. And here it is. Yeah, the mask probably just slipped here. It's already looking better. And friends, this is the animation we created together today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, write in the comments of course, and as always, see you in the next video. And as always, see you in the next video.